Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, in both Eretz Israel and in America, we're going to be reading Parshas Matos and Masei, which end with Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazak. I'm standing here on the corner of Ha'askan and Gad Tedeschi Street. I'm actually standing in the corner of my garden that's right outside my apartment in Yerushalayim, Yer HaKodesh, which I hope everyone will, Yetz Hashem, have an opportunity to join together with us in making Aliyah at some point. If we just think about it, we'll eventually get there. There is a connection with the Parsha, and I'll mention what it is. You know, in Masei, it talks about all the travels of the Jewish people over the 40 years that they wandered through the Midbar until they were standing at the border ready to come into Eretz Yisrael, where Moshe Rabbeinu was going to lead them up to the point of the border, and then he would take his leave, and Yoshua would take over from that point. Now, there are many opportunities throughout the Sedra to see some of the difficulties that Klal Yisrael faced. The war that Reuven, Gad, and Chatzi Shevet Menashe had to come and fight in order to be able to maintain their part a little bit outside Eretz Yisrael, which were the 2.5 Shvatim that were going to take Me'ever HaYarden. And the argument that Moshe gave them over the idea that they're going to ignore their brothers and not go and fight for them, and then all the 42 Masos, all the travels throughout all the time, which were predicated by virtue of the Meraglim and the fact that everybody listened to them, and yet, when we end the Sedra, Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazak. Despite everything, no matter what Klal Yisrael goes through, no matter what difficulties anyone has in life, what we have to do is keep in mind that there is an element of Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazak. We've got to strengthen ourselves and constantly be ready in order to be able to say, Hashem's watching over us. We wander, we've gone through many permutations, many difficulties, but the bottom line is, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is always there. And despite the fact that we're mourning a little bit now in the 3 weeks and eventually the 9 days in Tisha B'Av, we've never given up, and we don't give up. So when we say Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazak, this Shabbos, let's keep that in mind. We just don't give up. And we're constantly going to be searching and seeking for new ways to connect with each other and with the Torah, because that ultimately is the future of Klal Yisrael. As I mentioned to people who asked me at the time that if they needed to call for a Shiloh or something, I would be available at my home number, but that has been changed. The new number will be posted on the website with the ability to reach me. The call forwarding does not work here in Israel as well as we expected. So you will get the number by going to the website. I want to wish everyone a wonderful good Shabbos, a wonderful Shabbat Shalom and Mevorach. It's so beautiful out here, even though the weather said that there would be a very, very great heat wave. It is now 7 o'clock on Thursday evening here in Yerushalayim, Yer HaKodesh. The breeze is beautiful. You might see some of the trees blowing and swaying in the wind. It's just gorgeous over here. And I wish you could be with me, and my heart is with all of you back in the Young Israel Beth El Borough Park, and Yetz Hashem, we'll have an opportunity to see each other again soon before the Yom Noram. Shabbat Shalom Umevorach.